coaching sensation. Here come the captains now, leading out the two sides. Understand alongside Olympian, former Great Britain Sevens captain, looking sensation as well. The good-looking Tom Mitchell.
Wow, don't stop it. My day is getting better and better. The Elephants will look to improve their day and their fortunes after going down in the first one. Both teams have been led out by a pair of New Zealanders. And there's one shot there, Angus Fletcher, one of the co-captains of this Cape Town Wild Dog side, alongside Corey Jones. And they'll be key. Watching Angus Fletcher warm up, he's pretty fired up. He'll be getting his troops going in their opening encounter. I thought the Elephants did some good stuff in their opening game. Rose Featherstone was everywhere.
On the radio screen will be the Elephants in orange on the left, Cape Town Wild Dogs in yellow and black to receive the kick. 10 minutes each way. 10 interchanges with the substitutes out of their squad. We're underway for this pool match with the Cape Town Wild Dogs receiving. Elephants come up in a line. Corey Jones is there. American international sevens player, and down the breakdown, the Elephants, coached by Frankie Horn. Straight into it, but they leave their feet.
Oscar Uma absolutely obliterating that ruck. Corey Jones was covering it up for the Wild Dogs. Oscar Uma threw him judo style, showing what he's about.
Nice crowd building here.
Lines the middle. It's yours.
Yeah, the Charles Morkel Stadium. In the good line at the top. Taken well there from Angus Fletcher, the captain. Now they come to Mbovo. Looking to the left-hand side. Nothing coming, so the penalty there. Sorry, Pretorius taps. He's got the black scrum cap on. Throws a dummy. Pretorius had Simi Moala with him. Fletcher in there as well. Here's Moala, the Tongan tank. Takes up a few extra meters.
You're off.
Robert Kruger waits. Kruger puts his hand up, doesn't come to him, to behind the back instead. Intercept almost there. They're going for a good solid tackle as they look for the nifty feet of Jaden Bantam. Bantam beats a cup. Good offload, good hands yet again. They flick onto this. Pretorius did really well. So did Fletcher. Moala now. A couple against some big Kenyans and Rhodes Featherstone as well. But there's space on the far side. Mazibuko bumps out of one. He goes well to Sapiwe. And Corey Jones, a one-handed flick to Fletcher. Great skills from both sides.
Wild Dogs trying to do the quick one, just had a shot there, trying to get things going again, but it's an Elephants ball. Good scramble from the Elephants, because that was a lovely bit of attack from the Wild Dogs. Some nice offloads, tricky little interplay in that far corner. Couldn't quite make it stick for the 5. The Elephants with work to do to get out of this.
Ran Masumi looking to throw this in. 5 out. Rhodes Featherstone does really well. The New Zealand Sevens international fires it to the big forwards. Janus Venter is there as well. Adrian Carlsa in the pocket. Half charge down, so it's still there for Fletcher and his mullet flowing in the wind. He can't contain it. And eventually it rolls back towards the halfway line.
Nothing form yet.
Yeah, no shortage of effort from Fletcher there, but he's inadvertently just sent the Elephants up towards the halfway line as he's batted that back and turned that into a very useful exit indeed.
So they've gone from their own 22 to near the halfway line. Again, Masumi, the Zambian gold medalist in 2019. He's played in the African Cup a few times. Finds the mark. Rhodes Featherstone drops it down, but a penalty for the Elephants. Yeah, Mitchie, what sort of learning lessons do you think the Elephants would have taken from that first?
Well, it's exactly the first game you kind of want. Like, it was a close one, so there would have been a lot of tactics reviewed afterwards. it's also the combinations. You've got to remember, a lot of these guys are playing together, if not for the first time, then maybe only the first few times. So they're trying to just hone things as they go. But there's not a lot of learning time out there. It's fiercely competitive.
Featherston flicks it beautifully. Does Mr. Baywatch behind the back to Cardlesser. Throws a dummy, beats a couple. Hydra and Cardlesser is their glue in the middle of the field. A bounce ball here. Colin Shikoli can't handle. It's all a bit messy.
He's just stuttering both defences, just putting attack under pressure. A lovely juicy dummy in there, selling everyone to the shops and back. I like this lineup for the Wild Dogs with Simi Moala out there. And I'd say they'll go to him.
5.
Yeah, two players that stood out in the NAV Sevens program and the Premier Rugby Sevens as well. To the short side, Sora Pretorius finds Corey Jones.
Backwards.
Lost by Bantam. And then picked up by the Serengeti Elephant. Shikoli getting heavily involved as well there.
No.
So is Ryan Masumi. It's flicked on the ground. It's okay. It's picked up. Here comes Oscar Uma, the Kenyan international. Always watch out when he has possession. Giannis Fenta rips it away. Space again. Thomas Brewyard does brilliant as Brewyard. 2 with him. Finally brought down to the 22. Here come the Elephants now. Big skip pass on the outside. And a good tackle in the end on Clyde Jackson, the Helderberg Rugby Club local. Almost thought he was in for a famous and gone quickly. Fletcher, good hands. Here comes Simi Moala. Moala looks to take it wide for the Wild Dogs. Almost skipping through there is Lord Costa. Played in the World Club Championship. Here's Moala yet again. Beautiful skills from the Tongan flyer. Shikoli on that far side defending. Flicked alive. Here's Angus Fletcher now. Great interpassing and support from the Cape Town Wild Dogs. They kick it through. There is space to operate. There's just one Elephant player there, but really making a nuisance of himself against Shabande Bonshura. Here's Corey Jones. Ball in one hand. Corey Jones beats a couple. Uma has him. What a pickup from the big frame.
Backwards.
Robert Kruger. It's still there for the Wild Dogs. And eventually it's gone forward.
Oh, so close for the Wild Dogs. The initial kick was a great option. If it was going to go wide like that, just needed its chases up a bit flatter on it. But they're putting smiles on faces, the Wild Dogs. There's the youngsters picking up some tips and tricks as they go.
They are loving it here in the Western Cape. Beautiful conditions for running rugby. So many legends. We even thought Carl Brown was in the house, the Blitzbox Sevens legend. I believe he might be. He's lost a few yards, though. He is going to be joining us in the studio at half-time. He'll be in the booth later as well. What a legend he is. Here come the Elephants, meanwhile. It is still 0-0 on the scoreboard. But this kick finds some space and goes into the hands of Clyde Jackson. He has come to life in the last couple of plays.
As if it's still 0-0, Dallin. What on earth? Managing to scramble and scrap their way to a clean sheet at the moment. But with all this stardust and attacking threat out there, that won't last long, I'm sure. Now, the worrying thing for the Elephants is that this scrum has taken place right next to their bench, and Frankie Horn is leaning on those hoardings with some serious attitude.
Yeah, speaking of Springbok, Blitzbok legends, Frankie Horn, Frank the Tank on the left of your screen there. Big shove, there it comes from the Elephants. Classic Frankie Horn. And lovely stepping as well from their halfback, Ryan Masumi. Stunning skills. Moala tries to pinch things for the Cape Town Wild Dogs. And the Elephants lose it after a powerful set piece.
It's not needed.
Bit of pushing and shoving there, but the real shove came in that previous scrum. He would have loved it. Frankie Horn, an unbelievable sevens player, someone he hated playing against, and not that I ever scrummaged against him, thank goodness, but was a real nuisance in that area, an absolute powerhouse.
Fine.
Yeah, next to him there was Dave Clancy, one of the coaches in the Major League Rugby side, the LA Guiltinis, when you were there.
Yeah, did a lot of work with Dave. He's now with Chicago, applying his trade there with the new franchise, new this season, last season.
Cape Town Wild Dogs, they're led by Dick Muir, former Springbok centre, played for the Natal Sharks. He also coached there, coached with the Springboks for a few years as well.
Brilliant challenge for all these coaches. Different from what they will be used to in the day job.
Yeah, quick tap. Asara Pretorius goes around the fringes. Fletcher is with him. Ball is still there for the Cape Town Wild Dogs. As you said, it's contrasting styles of play, and of course, not a lot of preparation time for these sides, but they'll be into this thick and fast. The next pool day matches, November 22. The finals, November 25, here at the Charles Morkel Stadium in Gordons Bay. Simeon Wala rips out of one, loses possession. As Charlie Abel comes in, as a big solid contact in also. This game is still locked up, and that is the halftime whistle. Wow, what a tense first 10 we've seen between the Cape Town Wild Dogs and the Serengeti Elephants. It's 0-0 at the break.
Far too kind sometimes. I'm fascinated by this ground. I'm genuinely impressed. It's an incredible piece of rugby on today, and what a turnout, good crowd, lovely day. The weather's appeared. We're in for a smashing go. I mean, you asked me just before we. It's amazing to see how the game has grown. Every single year it gets a little bit bigger, a little more professional. We've got an incredible crowd here today, and there's so many little nuances that people are going to really enjoy about the day. I love the perfect. Hello?
Kyle Brown here with me. You can see Frankie Horn is there at acknowledging how the game has grown so far.
Yeah, we saw the coaches there giving some halftime words, of course. Mitchie, what have you made of this? We heard a bit from Kyle Brown as well, but what are your thoughts here for the second half? Of course, we know it's 0-0, but how do you break three?
I think it's just about completions, a bit about execution. Perhaps the guys trying to squeeze out a little bit too much in these early exchanges. And we talked about wanting to express yourself, but sometimes the decision making, you just need to bring it back a little bit to make that final pass or execute the final offload. But in fairness, both teams have been defending really well. These are two sides, very physical, very adept at defending. But as the game wears on, the fatigue settles in, the game will break up out.
Second half about to go here at the Charles Morkel Stadium. I'm Dallin Stanford with Tom Mitchell. And it is the Cape Town Wild Dogs on the right against the Serengeti Elephants on the left. 0-0. 10 minutes to go in this game. This is the last game of the day for the Elephants, who dropped one against the Honey Badgers 17-14. Rhodes Featherston is their go-to play. He's hammered backwards as Featherston. The New Zealand Sevens absolutely smacked to the ground as the Cape Town Wild Dogs fired in. Here's Choi. He's thrown to the ground. Ferocious stuff from both these sides. Got off the pocket. But here comes a little bust out. Good move from Michael Agevi, Kenyan international. And a penalty as well. The Elephants hold on.
It's a shame for the Wild Dogs they're giving the penalty away because they were putting the shots in. Robert Kruger, with help from one of his teammates, absolutely dishing Featherstone in that first hit. He was going backwards at a rate of knots. No, their half-time team talk was like...
Yeah, Rhodes normally giving the dishing, not the receiving. He'd be furious.
Stand back. Stand back.
Ryan Masumi looks for Featherstone. Just bumps his head, unfortunately, with his back pod jumper, but there he is there still available. The big frame of Giannis Fenter. Currie Cup winner with the Griffins to the halfway line. Cardlesser, they come flying up. Good hands again from Agevi, but it has floated forward, in fact.
Oh, beautiful hands from Agevi. She couldn't be held. And Kumbua just splashing that one. It was on there. There was a shooter. It was the right decision to try and get it through the hands and exploit some of that outside space. But again, same story as the first half, right? Just broken down. Sniff an opportunity. The error comes up. We're back to scrum time, but you mind this too much. Let's see Charlie Abel get a shove on here.
The Elephants side that represent Eastern Africa. The Wild Dogs represent Southern Africa. Majority of their players from there. So kick it down the fringes. Interesting little tactic. Looking for territory.
Yeah, I don't know if they were going for territory there. They would have preferred that to stay in. They had a chaser coming down pretty quick. Van Schoor, I think.
Yeah, it was Pretorius that saw a bit of space there. Able to get the lineup back. He's now waiting a first receiver. Fletcher, Tasman Mako player. Now in midfield. Looking to rumble up. And Bovo. Brilliant skill. The Wazimol Vovo with support runners. There's Jean de Jong. We haven't seen him yet. Great bust out. Now space on the left. Here they go. The nut will get in. Angus Fletcher will score a popular try. The salute as well to the Tasman Makos. The Wild Dogs from Cape Town are in.
Co-captain Fletcher coming up with the goods. Well, how about that run? Loving that roof blowing in the wind. But the real beautiful dotting down over the scoreline to open up. They can't add the extras, but they got their 5 on the board, and finally we got a score in this game. We knew it was going to come at some stage. An easy one in the end, with numbers to spare as well. It's off a powerful run, wasn't it, in the midfield?
Yeah, Ruin Slater, in fact, was the one that had the bust out. Here's Rhodes Featherstone now releasing quickly and early for the Serengeti Elephants. Big tackle comes in. Again, it's Slater yet again. 2 instrumental plays, the number 12.
A couple of boys out there really enjoying throwing their weight around. Great opportunity to back up the score. They always look to do that. So whenever you've got the score, it's all about what comes next. And you've got a scrum, big short side, a lot of space on the open as well. They can back it up with another one. They'll be very pleased indeed.
They've got the hot feed of Shu and Slater. Feed. Graham Woodhart finds Corey Jones, throws one dummy. Floats one out wide with a one bounce to Van Schuer. He's got a lot of speed as he cuts back in. Beautiful pass. Corey Jones is there. Fantastic finish. The Cape Town Wild Dogs have their second. It's party time.
He's got the moves. Yes, the boys are here to play. The boys are here to party. Corey Jones getting 2 touches in the build-up. We always talk about that as being so vital. You get 2 touches in the play. Your quid's in. just as we said, they got the backup score. Great bit of footwork from Van Score on the far side. And there is Corey Jones with the little cheeky goosey and the smile. Why not?
He's been that over the years. The kick went over. It's 12-0. The restart has gone too long. Corey Jones, he's played all over the world. Said he's been to almost every country there is. And I believe it. He travels a lot.
He tends to bring that smile with him as well. And that's what it's all about today here at the Rugby 10s Championship.
It's been a brilliant couple of minutes for the Cape Town Wild Dogs. 2 tries to their name after 14 minutes of no scoring yet.
The Elephants need to bite back here. We won't want to come off the back of this with 2 losses.
5, 6.
Ken Carlson weaves some magic for the Elephants.
Outside bound.
He receives now. Puts the kick through. Rhodes Featherston comes up, but there's no real chasers. In fact, it's very easy for the Cape Town Wild to spring through. Jaden Bantam beats a couple, puts a kick over himself. Cardles's there. Oh, what a take! It's electric from the Cape Town Wild Dogs. That's champagne rugby at the Rugby 10s Championship. Pour me another glass.
How about that magic from Jaden Bantam? Stifling a smile. What a score. And he's going to add the extras himself. He scooped it up. He went back for the chase, gathered himself, saw a bit of open space in front of him. Look at this, chip kick. And then Jaden Bantam with the phantom bounce back into his hands. And he's got the wheels to go all the way to the house.
Unbelievable effort from him and the Cape Town Wild Dogs. 19-0 lead. Royal Jones looking to spark some magic for the Elephants. Massive hit. The ball spilt over. Beautiful flick in the field of play. And they just lose it.
Oh, it's sparking.
Well, the Rugby 10s Championship, all about franchises as well. Each side has a women's and a men's side. Well, the women's side for the Cape Town Wild Dogs were going berserk on the side. Running up and down. And when they play, the men will do the same. It's one of the brilliant features we have here on display today and for the other 2 days coming. Mixed play. The world first in team sports happening a bit later. 2 halves. Each of the different franchises from the women and the men coming later today. Tight head, pinched. Urquhart finds Jones. Big step yet again from Sherwin Slater. This time, they knew who was coming.
No! No. Tackle release. Tackle. Good boy. Tackle.
A tackle only because there was no player in there from the Wild Dogs, so it actually wasn't a maul, even though there was plenty of Elephants guys in there holding him up. Sherwin Slater takes them holding up. Big strong boy.
It's been a sparkling second half from the Cape Town Wild Dogs.
They're just taking their chances, and they want to put a cherry on the top of the cake here in the last minute.
Urquhart again finds Corey Jones, the USA international. A short line, and Sherwin Slater just busts free. See you later, Slater.
Well, they probably spent a bit of time prepping their set-piece plays as well as their dance moves. Sherwin Slater slicing up, putting the final nail in the coffin for the Wild Dogs.
A brilliant finish in the end from the Cape Town Wild Dogs. And they win this one 26-0 against the Serengeti Elephants. We can hit the studio. Kato is there with a very special guest.
It is full time here. The Villona, the Cape Town Wild Dogs against the Elephants. What a game so far, and what a day so far.